Yo, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing, checking back in with y'all, man. What's good? So, looking at the Vegas odds, the most recent ones that posted, they have ERROL Spence Jr. coming in as an underdog plus 100. I seen plus 100, plus 125, which ain't crazy. They got Terence Crawford. I think he was like minus 150 or something like that. But they have Terence Crawford as the favorite. I made a video talking about this like last year. I think it was actually after the Danny Garcia fight where everybody started to really say that Terence Crawford, was the favorite going into the fight. I saw like some I guess like some preliminary odds. They had odds out on this fight before it even got made. And the odds that I saw had Terence Crawford as a favorite. And now the official odds, as of right now, it holds true to that, having Terence Crawford as a favorite. And, what does this mean for ERROL Spence going into this fight as the underdog? Now, technically, it don't mean shit because at the end of the day, the fight has to happen. The guys got to get in the ring and fight. At the end of the day, it's gonna come down to Terence Crawford and ERROL Spence when they get in the ring, and who won it more, who comes with the better game plan, who is the better fighter on that night. You know what I'm saying? Who has the better skills? Who can impose their will and their size, their style, their strength, their power on the opponent. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what it's really going to come down to. But if you look a little bit deeper, I think there's some things that you can take from this. Number one, ERROL Spence being, this being the first time ever in his career that he would go into a fight as an underdog. I think that does something to a guy like an ERROL Spence, who is already, who already views himself as a dominant figure, as the best fighter in the sport, as somebody who you just can't fuck with. He has that high confidence of himself, and that's what you expect from a unified champion, somebody who's 28-0, who's been very dominant in his career, had a lot of success in his career. You expect him to have that type of confidence. But going into this fight as an underdog, I think that does something extra to his psyche. Like, damn, motherfuckers doubting me, motherfuckers thinking I'm finna lose, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I'm the underdog. After all the shit I done did, I'm the underdog going into this fight. I think that does something from a motivational perspective. Imagine, somebody having Kobe Bryant as an underdog, or Michael Jordan as an underdog, Tom Brady as an underdog. Them dudes gonna be up all night figuring out ways on how I'm gonna whoop your ass because you got me losing. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the type of attitude that ERROL Spence gonna have in this fight. I don't really think he paying attention to the odds, but somebody's gonna whisper in his ear, they got you the underdog. It's gonna come across his desk. You know what I'm saying? Another thing is, I like the fact that he's the underdog going into this fight, and the fight is not at home, it's in Vegas. So it's gonna have that road game type of feel. Of course, it's gonna be thousands and thousands and thousands of ERROL Spence fans, people rooting him on and cheering for him. Crowd gonna be crazy for both fighters, but it's gonna be a lot of ERROL Spence fans. So he's gonna have the love, but I think he gonna have that road game type of vibe because it's in Vegas. They got him as an underdog. It's a lot. This is, he's been in fights where people view the fights as competitive. When he went over there to fight Kell Brook, it was a lot of people picking him to lose. When he fought Mikey Garcia, people were saying that Mikey Garcia was more skilled, a smarter boxer. He was going to outbox ERROL Spence. It was the Sean Porter fight. A lot of people was like, ERROL Spence finally met his match. When he came back from the car accident, people were saying he don't got no chin no more. Danny Garcia gonna stop him. He gonna hit him with a no-look left hook. You know what I'm saying? It was like he's had those situations before, but this is the first time where there's truly like somebody that people like, nah, you gonna lose this fight. So being in Vegas, having that road game type of vibe, I think that does something to a fighter like ERROL Spence. I think it makes him sharper. I think it makes him more focused, more determined, stronger. And a guy like Errol Spence, who already has those attributes and those personality traits, and that mindset, it only takes it up to another level. So this is good. This is good for Errol Spence. I think if you're an Errol Spence fan, if you're picking him to win this fight, number one, if you betting on him, it's good that he's the underdog. You make more money. And then on top of that, you got an even more motivated Errol Spence to prove people wrong. So for Terence Crawford, I think ain't nothing wrong with them having Terence Crawford as a favorite. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at Terence Crawford's skill set and his ability, I mean, it's easy to see why people would think, oh, that guy's gonna win this fight. And then vice versa, if you think Errol Spence gonna win, it's easy to see why you can have Errol Spence winning this fight. But I just wanted to touch on this to kind of see how y'all feeling. See if there's something that y'all thought about. What do you think Errol Spence going into this fight as an underdog does for him mentally? What do you think it does for Terence Crawford? Do you think it has any significance whatsoever? Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Contender Regime Boxing. I'll holler at y'all boys, man.